Hey, at least we still have our help. Tell my mom I love her.
Now I'll show those guys. Can you believe they're still making video games about losers like the Avengers? They already had their turn. 2, in fact. Though I'm not sure if they're both strictly canon. Either way, when was the last time you saw a game with a duck on the cover? The industry needs to change, starting with my new game, codename Project Egg. Sadly, my Quack Starter campaign fell through, so I'm gonna need to find the funds for this thing some other way. Think you could help me find a wealthy entrepreneur that I can hit up for the dough? You won't regret it, kid. See what you can find out from the folks around here. There's gotta be at least one money bags in this joint.
If some kind super...
The thing they don't warn you about when working at the bank is the folks who keep you working late drying off waterlogged treasure. How'd it get so wet? And why was there so much of it? Whoever it belonged to must be rich.
I admire their spirit. Do they...
Hey, at least we... Whew, thanks. You had me...
Ravonna, is this a new TV? I can't figure out the remote. How do I switch this to Kang News? They're the only ones who ever have it.
Find out anything about our wealthy friend?
We're not gonna get attacked again, are we?
I know we've got a whole new bunch of problems now, but I have to ask. Did anyone ever sort out that poor guy's tire fire in the last game?
All this snow gear's a waste of money, huh? Well, who's laughing now, Mom?
You know Howard the Duck? I got something I was hoping you could pass on to him. A big slap upside the head. That feathered crook stole my sandwich.
Apparently there's some kind of exhibition happening up in that ruined building. Man, I do not get that fancy art stuff.
Right. Let's go get that Nexus rat. That old prospector over in the Old West said he pulled a big hole of something out of the water the other day. Didn't say what it was, but he was winking so hard I thought he was going to hurt himself. And he was soaking wet. What a strange fellow.
I need a change of scenery. I wish that giant fireball on the Kronos building was a real giant fireball, so it'd melt all this snow. Of course, then we'd have a giant fireball to deal with.
ATM refused my card the other day. Apparently because my bank doesn't exist in this universe anymore. So now I'm pretty much living on a diet of bits of old shoe, which is surprisingly good if you leave it to soak in rainwater for a while.
If you have your camera with you, dear. I've been saving up for months to buy my dream car. But since everywhere I needed to drive to no longer exists, I don't need it anymore. So I did the logical thing and burned all my money.
Saw a monkey fighting a bunch of snowmen earlier. Too long.
Do you have a problem with constant Kree invasions?
So what do you got for me?
I wish that...
Well, I appreciate you passing on the message without the violence. But technically it was more of a croque madame than a sandwich. They set the money on what? Ugh, that could have been our meal ticket. Well, that's tragic, and a little bit disgusting, and absolutely no help to me.
Oh, I can't...
Could be something there, if we can confirm it wasn't just an old booty dug up. Promising. If we knew who cashed in that loot, we could definitely hit them up. So putting what you've told me through the old Detective Mellon, we can deduce that the old prospector over in the Old West recently came into some serious cheddar. This is perfect. The only thing now is to figure out how to convince an old-timey prospector to invest in a Talking Ducks video game. But that won't be the weirdest thing I do all week by any stretch. Thanks for the help, kid. Oh, and if you run into Forbush Man, could you tell him the funds are in the bag? Last I heard, the poor guy was looking into making money through social media marketing.
All this snow gear's